Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, and especially if you're someone who is entertained by double standards getting exposed, this is the perfect episode for you, as we got some wild updates on the Jay-Z lawsuit and also the drama between Andrew Schulz and Kendrick Lamar. It is pretty much double standards galore. And today we also have more from 50 Cent, who shared his thoughts on how J. Cole disappointed him when it comes to the rappers that we know as the Big Three, Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, and we'll expand on this in a moment. And today we have more that's come from Google's year-end report when it comes to the top trends in music in 2024, and Eminem's Houdini was placed on the year-end report for the top diss tracks that's got the timeline in tiers. And today we also have more that's come from Jay-Z versus the lawyer who filed the lawsuit against him, as we got an update from Tony Busby, so we have a lot to unpack in this one. And starting with Google's year-end report, Diddy tops the list for the top trending musician for all the wrong reasons, and top 5 goes Diddy, Usher, Linkin Park, Sabrina Carpenter, and Justin Timberlake. And for those who believe the Kendrick and Drake battle and Eminem all saved hip-hop on a mainstream level in 2024, well, we got another one that gives some credence to that narrative, as Google's top trending songs in the United States in 2024 shows Not Like Us top the list, and we see Kendrick with 3 appearances in the top 10, and we also got Eminem's Houdini at number 6. And while this sparked jokes like Drake adds Google to his lawsuit with Spotify, UMG, and Apple Music, it got even more hilarious when Google's US top trending diss tracks of 2024 were revealed, and for some reason we saw Eminem's Houdini even rank higher than Drake's Family Matters, and apparently this may be because of the ruckus that Megan Thee Stallion fans caused when it dropped, and takes like Houdini being here as a diss track cause he made one joke line about Megan Thee Stallion is hilarious, I can't lie. And when you think about it, this is ironic based on the current drama between Andrew Schulz and Kendrick Lamar. And speaking on this, we got a surprise from Kendrick's associate DJ Head, who shut down his co-host who was attempting to pander when they were speaking on the Andrew Schulz and Kendrick Lamar commotion. Right now, check out a snippet from the Bigger Picture podcast.
Never joke about black women. And I'm not saying it because Kendrick said it. I'm saying it because it never ends well. Put a ring on it like Virginia Williams. Didn't end well. Andrew Schulz joking about black women. Doesn't end well. I just
leave
think
our queens alone,
leave
man.
Black women out of your jokes. It doesn't end well.
I disagree.
Okay. What's your statement?
I don't give a what you are, black, white, Jew, gay,
Czechoslovakia.
Nobody's above the jokes. Everybody can get these jokes. Equally.
I agree.
But if they're bad jokes,
if it's a bad joke, there's consequence. That's the thing.
Now, if the joke don't land, that's different.
Yeah.
But I'm an equal opportunist joke. If you in a wheelchair and you, all right.
Well,
I'm firing your up. You know what I'm saying?
As a huge fan of comedy, I'm never against doing the joke. I just think you have to deal with if the consequences of if the joke wasn't funny.
Well, if the joke doesn't land, do you still get credit?
Yeah. Well, no, you don't get credit. If the joke don't land, you don't get credit. This is why.
So is it a violation if you try it and the joke doesn't land? Is that a violation?
It's only a violation if you don't want to deal with the repercussions of what you say. If you're unwilling to deal with the repercussions of things you say, then you're a violation. But if you're willing to stand on everything you say, then
he said on it.
Go off. That's why I respect Schulz. Schulz is the same thing. Schulz is like Chappelle to me.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
They say they willing to die on whatever hill they say it. All right, bet. I respect it. Same thing with like, no matter how ignorant or stupid you may sound, no matter how uninformed you are, if you're willing to stand on it with the repercussions of the things you do and say, then ain't nothing you could do but respect it.
I don't think he really realizes that because it could go different ways. I don't think he's really qualified to understand the repercussions of what it could be.
No. I'm not talking about qualifications. I'm just saying, like, I know Schulz. I know the things that he's done. He's been in controversy before. Same thing with Dave Chappelle. Yeah. Netflix stood with Dave Chappelle when they tried to get him out the paint. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. It's like, no, we are in business with Dave Chappelle, and if y'all feel away, y'all can go somewhere. Where now, if you lose half of your revenue share to the LGBTQ community, then if you're willing to deal with that, then cool. I'm not a fan of people who want empathy for their loss.
And boy, Jeremy Hecht is getting cooked because his pandering got shut down. White dude thought he was about to cook and get approval from both black men. And more, look at that white man pandering, loudly crying emojis. And I don't know how anyone in the hip hip-hop space could support censorship. Like, nothing wrong with calling out a joke if it's bad, but calling for it to be censored is hilarious. And if you recall, we found it wild that Kendrick would even make such a statement to begin with. And apparently Andrew Schulz was over on IG stories talking about how people are trying to protest at his next show. They are paying people to protest my show in Hawaii, laughing emojis, and not 30% off like their Spotify streams full price. And apparently they were offering as much as $250 as payment. And we got academics going off about this Andrew Schulz commotion on his live stream.
I don't know, like what has Kendrick done to everybody? Because it's so hypocritical. No one stands on like these supposed principles. Like, he said Kendrick said Drake's a certain. Yo, everything is fair in hip hop, man. Ain't no rules to this, man. Say ain't no rules to this. Line always been in part of hip hop. Nigga, ain't no rules. This is hip hop. Don't start no beef if you don't want to go there. A white comedian gets dissed and says, I'm gonna. It's like, whoa. What's going on? Draw the line, weirdo. Whoa. Hey, how could he speak like this? What is it? Could y'all just have one standard? The bigger the come on. And I agree with that too. Is it no rules or is it rules? The same motherfuckers would be like, yo, so what if he lied and called Drake a certified pedophile? But as soon as I make fun of his song about him getting set, yo, chill. I don't even know if that's true. Like that's just like playing off of a song. But he could say anything he wants. So you get to realize, man, this shit a whole bunch of bullshit, man.
And moving on to the latest on the Jay-Z lawsuit. Before we get to the statement from the lawyer firing back at Jay, we got Ebro out here with a statement that sparked a roasting session online. These are the context of things that went down in 2024 so far. Check out a snippet from Hot 97.
I would say my biggest problem in all of this is the clown show that sexual assaults have become.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why so many people want to see Jay-Z get torn down.
That's the part I'm stuck on.
It's a nature of our culture that we aren't wanting to examine. It's disgusting. People love a teardown, you know, of somebody successful who, you know, maybe you don't like all his business dealings, and some people are upset with their own lives, and so they see someone else seemingly having a phenomenal run at life, and they don't want to see it for whatever reason. I would say in all of this, it still takes me back to how upsetting it is that sexual assault is a game.
Yeah, it's used. It's just kind of used as like a piece for trying to bring someone down, get some money, conversation. And obviously there's so many real victims. And by the way, we don't know the story with this one. We obviously don't. But what I was struck by too was the waiting that, they were salivating when the story came out.
What strikes me, and anybody that, you know, I'm not by any far stretch, you know, that close to litigation and lawsuits. But everyone, I think it's pretty common knowledge that the farther you try to shoot your shot in litigation and lawsuits, like you put a big number on it, so at least you land at a number that you're happy with. You hear like, I'm suing for $50 million, but really they're just hoping to get 5. But they throw out the big number to hopefully settle on the little one. In this lawsuit, it's been public that this woman went to a Diddy party after the VMAs. She showed up to the VMAs. She was 13 years old. She didn't have a ticket, is the way the story goes. Her story, by the way. Meets limo drivers who then say, hey, you're Diddy's type, according to her, and they take her to a house where there's a party going on. She has a drink, gets woozy, she says, and then passes out in a bedroom. The original allegation was that Diddy then goes in the bedroom, assaults her. She leaves, and while another celebrity woman watches, she leaves, goes to a gas station, calls her dad, is what the original allegation was. Somewhere along the line, they decided to just add Jay-Z to this. So then when you hear the behind the scenes...
So are you suggesting that the story was out in full and there was no mention that another person was involved?
That's what I read. The only other person was a woman celebrity that watched. So now they add another big name celebrity to it, Jay-Z, in hopes that they can get a financial settlement. Because who does that benefit?
Tony Busby?
The lawyer that has the Diddy hotline.
And boy, users didn't hold back. The Jay-Z glaze by older heads need to be studied. I'm watching hip-hop media melt down. They would never do this for any other rapper, and some are asking, maybe if Busby reads the civil suit over a mustard beat, you'll add it to the playlist. And Ebro clearly didn't keep this energy when people were celebrating the downfall of Drake. In fact, he joined in, even though it included PDF allegations, and some have concluded this is the same Ebro playlisting Not Like Us, a PDF anthem. Damn, I guess SA and sex crimes only should be taken serious if it is against our goats. Got it? Hypocrite. And apparently allegations were enough for Ebro to remove some rappers' music from playlists in the past. And if that was the case, why isn't Jay-Z getting the same treatment from Ebro? Check this out. Where was this energy for Tory Lanez when you removed him from Apple Music's playlist long before the trial? Or did Jay-Z pay you again this time? And some Drake fans are out for blood right now. Where were the tears when Drake was getting called a PDF on the song and everyone was gassing it up and laughing? I hope they lock his ugly bum up for life. But do you agree that hip-hop media journos pick and choose, and that the only standards they've got is called double standards? And moving on to the lawyer who filed the case against Jay-Z, Tony Busby has been going off on social media regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my client. Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He files his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve. As far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. And in another lengthy post from Tony Busby, he added this about Jay-Z's motive. What you are seeing played out now is a coordinated and desperate effort to focus the public's attention on me personally to avoid attention on the allegations being made by my clients. This effort has included harassing my family and colleagues and even offering former clients money to sue me, which is illegal. And he ended it with, "Let me be clear, we will not be bullied or intimidated by these shenanigans, and our clients won't be silenced." And before we head to the next point, do you think the hip-hop heads like Ebro would react this way if it was Drake who got hit with a PDF lawsuit? And moving on, we got to hear from 50 Cent, who revealed that J. Cole let him down when Cole decided to walk away early on when the battle started. Check out a snippet from Big Boy TV.
You didn't agree with how J. Cole got himself out of the Drake and Kendrick thing. Can you understand?
Because he's one of the top guys. That's like the competitive energy of it. You want to see them compete a little bit. That's when we're going to find out who really got it. When he decide, nah, but I wouldn't win the battle, but I would have lost a brother. I understand the relationship.
Right.
But I don't understand why the competitive part in the art form, if y'all brothers like that, then why wouldn't you compete? Why wouldn't you understand that we're just competing? So you're saying we could be so close, we're brothers.
Right.
But I don't want no smoke with you. What are you, like my big brother that'll knock me the hell out in the house type of thing? Is a different type of brotherly relationship? Are you saying I'm not gonna do this because I know you're gonna get me?
I don't think that's where Cole was coming from, though.
I'm just saying to you, that's the energy you feel when there's no competition.
Right. Where I think Cole was coming from, Fifth, I think that it was when he said, like, it messed with my peace.
Look, this is this new sophisticated version of hip-hop culture we're talking about. First of all, when you get challenges, if your opponent is a good opponent, then you get better. When we put the best fighters in there, we don't want to watch this guy fight a cab driver. We don't want to see that. We want to see fight somebody that could actually fight you, like the top guy. That's the same competitive energy that we see in the culture.
So on the competitive side, you think that Cole should have stayed in it?
Yes, my personal perception of it.
Right.
I would have liked to see him engaged.
Yeah, you would have liked to see it. But when somebody say my mental, it disturbed my peace.
Yeah, look, your mental and your peace is not a part of hip hop, Coach.
Yes, it is, Fifth.
Okay. I'm just saying things are getting a little more sophisticated.
Right. All right, man. But how do I entertain you and sacrifice
I would
me?
have won the battle. He said he would have won if
Right. Okay. Yeah. See, Quest had a problem with that too.
Yeah,
I think you said it too. Like, why would you even say I would have won the battle? Lyrically, I think he could have fucked with it though.
No,
I'm not saying.
Look, they would have had a time. That's why I was looking forward to it. But I don't know. Like what happened. Like I was like, yo, like.
So even now that you've seen all the other records, you've seen Not Like Us.
Yeah.
So you still stand by why did he get?
I still think he would have delivered something that would have been interesting, and then we would be kind of arguing which one was a better, piece. So I'm like, how do you just stop? Like,
And I found a rebuttal to 50's take hilarious. Check it out. I understand where 50 is coming from, but there's no force on earth that could have made him and M battle it out for the top spot when they were both at their peak. So how can't he understand this? And I'll leave this one to you guys to break down the difference in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.